here we are. We are on Vulpine. We have got Overtaken, one of the best players in the world, coming up against Caidos, who is one of the top Empire Wars players, at least on the generic Empire Wars ladder. He finds himself in and around the top 50. He sits in the 1800 range in the random map 1v1s as well. So, Vulpine is the map that we've got here. Caidos has got the Bengalis. Which means, I don't know if that means he started with the extra villagers or not. I don't know how that worked here. I think it may have. There is a scout coming forward already for Overtaken. So Caidos has opened range. Hasn't made any units yet. These guys also get to... They have 4 villagers out the front, or out the side, sorry, and they can bring them home. Overtaken's going with the mill and taking some of the foxes, and a villager that has currently, I think it may have spawned on there. That may be a bug. Something tells me that was a bug. I don't know if that happened for both players. We'll just go back and have a look there. The devs will want to get on top of that very, very quickly if that is the case. Yeah, very clearly there is a villager on top there, and actually Caidos... Right, so you can see already, Caidos only started with 1 extra villager. I have a feeling he was meant to start with 2 extra villagers. So that might be a mistake there. And then I guess the extra one is this guy who can't do anything for a while. So yeah, it looks like there's a bit of a bug, and I'm sure they'll fix those out before you get to the main event. But worth noting, you can get a bit of some unfortunate stuff here. Overtaken is opening Spearmen. Hasn't gone forward with them yet, is perhaps concerned about a potential rush. Now, these elos, I want to say, are their Empire Wars elos, not their... It's not their 1v1 random map elos, that is for sure. So this map has got a massive trade workshop in the middle, and the relics spawn around that. So if you do cut through, you do get access to the trade workshop. You do get extra res. Overtaken's doing the right thing here and taking the foxes as well. You do get a lot of foxes out here. Got a couple of defensive spearmen too. We get to see how that plays out. He's also got some archers at home as well. Extra pop space on military buildings, if you are the slabs. That's nice. A few walls coming up, but not enough, so 2 archers get to come forward here. They get to cause some potential damage, and fletching is already in for Caidos, so he's going to get those 2 spearmen kills, and his scout will survive for now. But it is 3v2 now, so it feels like these 2 archers are going to go down, but the next lot are already on the way. You can see them coming over. Another 3 ready to come. Oh, a villager kill. The villager snipe might go down well for Caidos here. Not quite. This villager is now free. And yes, one of the archers still survives, and now 3 more of his buddies rock up. He's still going, and still safe back at Caidos' base. He's got a lot on gold. He's got 2 rangers already going, pumping out from 2 rangers. Early tower on the woods and the berries here. And has to delete the house as well. So Caidos is coming forward, applying a lot of pressure, and you can see Overtaken straight into skirmishes. Aware that this is going to be some serious pressure from Caidos. Let's see how this plays out. Trying to micro with the 2 archers that are here. Is there going to be a kill? Wanted to dive the skirm, but couldn't. We're now seeing a market come up. Actually, both players are going to look towards Castle Age as well. No extra military here from Caidos, and he will click up first by a couple of seconds. No real idle time from either. And remember, we did have a bug for both players, but the bug probably hurt Caidos a touch more, where he only got he only got 1 extra villager when the Bengalis Well, probably should have gotten a second one. Or he had one extra one. I don't know whether the... To be honest, I don't actually know if the town centre spawning the 2 extras is a bonus that counts when you start in Feudal Age. So he either had one extra or one less. Either way, didn't start with the right amount of villagers. My hunch is he had one less than he was meant to, because he only had 3 out to the right. Anyway, we get to see these archers. They are being massed at home, and these 5 are just going to walk around, maybe do some scouting. And down will go the scouts for Overtaken. So both players scoutless now. And we can see here, it's all about just taking the foxes. I like this approach. You do get 4 vills out here. Don't know what the best... Need to think about the best way to utilize them and just having them on gold. Getting through the foxes, because you don't need to drop them off. You can see here, the gold piles, they just add up. There's 35 gold per fox. And there's no drop off. So you can just take about 31-ish with the decay that you get. Wheelbarrow, bodkin arrow, crossbow, all on the way for Caidos. He is got a very nice res distribution at the moment, and forward siege as well. Really wants to take it to what is probably his more established opponent in the Age of Empires scene. And with these extra upgrades, he'll want to be able to take these fights. Don't want to lose that forward Vill though. That would be a problem if he loses his Vill. I think the Vill's going to go down. Or yes, just goes down sadly. Minor oversight there. He did get the kills and clean up the army, so he's in a good position. There's now cav archers out for Overtaken. The rank for Caidos Hagbadur is about 1800. I don't know what his max is, but he does get around the 1800s mark at the moment. He also really enjoys... Well, he enjoys 2 things. And they don't really make sense because they're both completely opposite to each other. The first thing he enjoys is the Insta-Drush. And that can't really do that here. But the second thing he enjoys is Empire Wars. And he really does frequent the Empire Wars ladder. And as I said, I believe this is their Empire Wars elos. And Caidos is definitely top 100 in Empire Wars. Probably even close to top 50. So, yeah, straight into fighting. That's probably the one. I guess that's a good point. Straight into fighting. Get the army out as quickly as you can. And yes, so they're the 2 things he enjoys. And he's got a good opportunity here to take it to Overtaken. Taking down the uni. There's a lot of cav archers out now for the slabs. Don't know who wins this fight. 10 v 10, so numbers are equal, but you can see the micro there, the dodging ballistics. And it looks like the cav archers are going to do the job. Yeah, there's too many of them in the end. Bloodlines, I believe, is in. Yeah, Bloodlines is in. Caidos going second TC out the back, though. And he'll be the first one to add that second town centre. And another range. So tripling down on the ranges. And if you watch some of Caidos' streams, he does start with these insta-drushes, and then he'll go into as many ranges as he can in Feudal Age. Sometimes at the expense of villagers. But there's a lot of times where people just can't deal with 25, 30 archers just constantly streaming in. 4 archers die, another 4 come out. And here we go. We are fighting now. Cav archers again. So many cav archer numbers for Overtaken. And he's able to dodge ballistics, and he's taking out these crossbow again. But, as I said, there's 3 range production here. So he may come forward, but he's just going to run into even more. The mobility is nice, and this map, you kind of do start far apart. Be interesting to see if anyone tries to go for the middle. You can't lumber camp around this wood line, so it's a very hard one to get to. I'm surprised at the lack of, or at how it is unwallable there. I wonder how people go about it. So there's 100 wood per tree as well. It feels like it has to be an onager or a treb thing, and that says to me, we're not going to see it a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets a change and maybe they open up to allow woodlines, because this is the kind of thing you should probably want to play for, and I wouldn't be surprised if no one really goes for this. 3 TCs v1 though. So score looks quite nice for Overtaken, but the Vils are going to go in Caidos' favour whilst he's 3 TCs out the back. And with the Bengalis, they have a very, very nice eco. Yes, Ballista Elephant Hexy. I love the thought there. You can get the Ballista Elephants in Castle Age. They can cut their way through, so bit of a defensive castle, take some space. I think maybe we may even see the odd town centre come here. I think we're also going to see the mule cart sieves. The mule cart sieves are going to be popular anyway because of the other bonuses that they have. But the mule carts are bonuses that they have, and that will allow them to roll right up. Here we go. So Cav Archers are trying to be a little bit annoying. It's not walled out here, and that may cause some issues. You can't fully wall because of that rocky terrain. A couple of Cav Archers are going to walk around, and we're going to see... Overtaken's going to see that second town centre now. Doesn't know about the third yet. Doesn't know about Caidos being on stone yet. 63 Vils to 57. 4 Vils down each. And there's that second town centre. It's going to be a nice expansion to the east to be able to take some wood, stone, and there's still some gold. And you can see these Vils. They've now moved over to the other foxes. Caidos turned down his free gold at the start of the game. And oh, this is an interesting dive. Just went a little bit too far there. You can see the skirms now. And I imagine there will be an attempted switch into the cavalry. There is a stable there. And counterattack tries to get something done. I think the crossbow are going to get what they need to here. They're going to take out enough of these Cav Archers, and they're going to be able to continue their walk. Oh, just as we switch back, Caidos takes a big hit from that Mangonel. So it wasn't a switch into Cav, it was a switch into Siege. And now, how does our Aussie defend this? Mangonel gets repaired. It's down to 2 HP. It's going to be a defensive castle. Protect the gold out the back there. Not really protecting the stone, but it will open up the potential for some Ratha. See the Vil lead slowly going Caidos' way. As long as he keeps producing Vils, he'll get this benefit 5 to 10 minutes from now. And now Overtaken will see that castle. And I imagine there'll be a couple of Ratha helping out. Ratha are wood gold, so you can go heavy on woods. Get some nice value out of those as well. We're seeing the, what I will say is a high elo play. The Mangonel attack grounding in between the two ranges. And therefore it does, well, apparently it does full damage to both, as opposed to half damage to both. It looks like it's doing the same amount of damage to both. It's just whether that's full damage or half damage. I don't know exactly. I have seen pretty much every pro does this. Cav Archers out the back, and there you go. Caidos got a snipe there. 85 Vils to 70. There's a lot going on. The Cav Archers are raiding. There's Vils hiding in town centers. These Cav Archers again. Oh, they're gonna get to feast here. They're going to get to feast. Caidos needs to get some value the other way. I think he's taken down a second Mangonel, though. That's quite nice. Doesn't have hill advantage here, and he's going to lose that one Mangonel. Decent trade, though. 2 for 1. Cav Archers are still going to be raiding out the back, and this is going to level the Vil count up. This is a problem. These Vils all have to run. They're going to have to find somewhere safer to go. Overtaken has got the map control here. You can see how fast they're clicking. Look at the speed difference. Overtaken above 100 APM. As there's a lot going on. Got to control 2 armies. Got to control the eco at home. He's got 2 TCs running. These crossbow, they haven't got any extra kills at the moment. They may get some kills. Speaking of eco, yeah, there we go. Onto the woodline now. Better woodline coming in. Caidos sticking just to the ranged units and the Mangonels as well. Looks like the Cav Archers that were back here either died or ran away. Still no one is making their way towards the trade workshop. Neither player super close to Imp either, but that can change in an instant if either player wants to idle up. See, Cav Archers and Knights coming out. The Knights are a good switch here. Knights are very much a good switch here. You can see when you've got Siege and Skirm, Knights work out very, very well. And Caidos will be the first one to Imp. A little bit of work done there on the market to help him out. He's taking down these workshops. This is very, very nice. 1000 Scar, thank you for the follow, mate. How are you? Welcome along to the stream. Oh, some nice skirms getting... They've got a lot of value here. They've got 6 kills, these 4. And Keita's coming in with a raid as well. Keita, how was your stream, buddy? I would still be recovering from a 21-hour stream, personally. I don't know how you did that. That was a mammoth effort from you. That is a level of commitment that I definitely don't have in me. 21-hour stream the other day. Amazing. Alright, Caidos is going to have a 1-minute timing advantage to Imp here. Sorry, just to reiterate what we're doing here for everyone that has just joined. We're just watching some Red Bull games back. This is a rec that was played last night or yesterday. Caidos and Overtaken. So if you were watching Caidos' stream, you may have seen it. I haven't. So this is all new to me, and we can see he's up against I think Overtaken's in the top 100. I don't know his exact ranking. Their elos on screen, I believe, are their Empire Wars elos. And yeah, we're here on Vulpine, and Caidos has taken this to the half-hour mark, and I would say he's at the very least level, if not ahead. This castle is a nice one for map control. The only problem with Caidos' position here is the lack of map control. You can see this castle is going to take up some space here. There's a TC here now, and you can start to see just a little bit less of the map for Caidos. He's going to have to be able to push. You see guard tower from the slabs as well. There's a couple more recs that I've got. Some other Australians have played some very popular names. So we'll get to those if there's nothing live that's going on. Here we go. Overtaken at the back. These Cav Archers. There's just been constant Cav Archer raids out the back that Caidos has had to deal with. Very, very frustrating. You're just wanting to get some free eco out the back, just untroubled, and just constantly being disrupted back there. Next plan will be Trebs for the middle, Trebs for the castle, Trebs for the castles and the spaces in the middle. Will we see the workshop being cut through to? I would be surprised. As was stated earlier, it feels like it's a Khmer or a mule cart thing to get into here early, just because you can't get on that rocky terrain. Yeah, all good, spare hands, man. All good. Don't stay up too late, mate. Enjoy. Feel free to watch the VOD back. Some of these games will go to YouTube as well, so if you've got time, you can always go watch them there too. Here we go. These ARBs are coming forward now. The armor on the knights is there. They're about to be Cavalier as well. Yeah, these Slavic guard towers are nice. They hold position well. And this is the fight. The fight's been taken just before Cavalier, and now Cavalier's in. These guys are going to have to hide in a corner, but I feel like it's going to be too much, and these ARBs will all go down. All the armor is in on the Cav, so if I can grab one of these guys. 6 pierce armor, and the ARBs were doing not that much damage. Where are they at the moment? There's 29 of them. Ah, here we go. These guys have got 10 damage. They're doing 4 damage a hit. But when you've got 140 HP on these bad boys, very, very strong indeed. There's no bonus on those units. And is there a bonus on... There's no armor, archer bonus here. Both players now firmly in imp, and now it's time to start pushing castles and making plays. There's the first Treb and Cavalier, and we're going to see the Bengali switch into some pikemen. Now this is more like a ball of Arbalesters. This is what we want. Despite the nerding out, the Cavaliers can run away, dodging the ballistics. 29 Arbalesters at the moment. Getting some Trebs out as well. Looks like there's going to be a couple of stables. Oh, I haven't actually seen a lot of use from those Bengali stables yet. This being walled up would be nice. I'm not sure it's going to happen though. I don't think it's going to happen. It's not going to happen. This has been a problem for Caidos here. He has needed to wall this for a while now. It's been his undoing a little bit. Barracks are out. There's going to need to be pikemen running back. There's a monk, an old man trying to help out. All the skirms are back here, but skirms aren't going to help this time. Cavalier, they're just going to eat all those skirms. They're all going to go down. Makes it a bit harder now. And the Treb, there's only one Treb. We're cutting the middle. Here we go. Caidos on the way to the middle. I think you're just going to go next and work your way in. Wall it up behind and just sit there with one skirm or something. You may as well just trying to keep a barracks alive. You can't. Okay, he's cut through the middle. No, not yet. Oh, come on. We're so close. I like this castle position. As long as the Cavalier doesn't stop it. Okay, we're through, lady. You can go through now. But you can walk through. We got Pike. We got Arb. We need the units out here. We need the units out here. I don't know where they are. Caidos now gets access to the trade workshop, and you're going to see the gold creep up. Yes, he's got one relic. He's got one relic, but you're going to see all, or these three, no stone. You do get the other three res types from the trade workshop. And that's nice. It's just a nice little trickle of res. But the problem seems to be the 43 villagers that have been killed, and it's still going. The Cavalier have not been cleared up back here. And the Slavs do feel like, they do feel like a good late game switch at the moment, the Slavs. Could be a fight. This is a... Don't want to take this fight if you're red. You want to get those scorpions involved. Heavy Scorp is on the way. And that makes these bad boys very hard to take down. And they're going to do some good damage here as well. They'll do 14 damage a hit and pass-through damage along the way. The Arbs are going to have to run. Is it 8 range on them? 7. 8 with Siege Engineers. Which Labs do get. It's an important fight here. This may be a final stand for Caidos. I feel... It feels like a bit of a final stand. And Overtaken gets the victory. After 41 minutes, though, Caidos has played very, very well there. Definitely had points in the game where he was ahead. I think maybe he may go back to Rue. Not having that walled up there. It was walled up everywhere else. And then the rest would have been... The rest of the play would have come through here. And it wouldn't have allowed those raids. But yeah, Caidos did very well. He got to Imp. I would die in Feudal Age if I played these people. So Caidos did very, very well. Our #1 Empire Wars player, at least as far as, well, playing the Empire Wars ladder. I think Mr. No Zombie was a bit mean and decided to take that #1 ranking away from Caidos the other week. But yeah, Caidos loves his Empire Wars and really, really put on a good show here.